You might have to approve.
Okay. Ready?
Welcome to our second meeting. This meeting is about Sagrada Pelada. And I'm just going to share my screen with the agenda. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything anybody want to share before we get started? All right.
I'm okay.
Groovy.
Okay. Well, yeah.
All right. I'm trying to. So let's just kick it off with check-ins. I know we got a little started on that a few minutes ago, but I wanted to get the rest on camera here. So check-in, how am I doing today? Again, check-ins is just a time to kind of go around and share how you're feeling, anything that's going on, anything that you feel like expressing. How am I feeling? I'm feeling all right. I had some weird dreams last night, and yeah, worse than not really like nightmares, but they felt, I don't know, I felt a little haunted in my dreams last night, and but I survived, and I woke up feeling excited to be here with you guys and women, and yeah, just grateful to be a part of this and watching it unfold. It's nice to be a part of something that doesn't have like a lot of structure yet, and we're really just like picking up these little pieces here and there. I used this example with Svetlana before. It's like a beaver, the way a beaver builds a dam. You know, it's not like the dam gets built all at once. It like finds a stick, it goes and puts it over there, finds another one, goes and puts it over there. So I really like the patient process that we're in, and that's it, complete.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was a nightmare? You know, it's for me, it's really hard to dream. Sometimes I dream, sometimes not.
I'll go next. So, I had interesting dreams. I got to hang out with people I love. It was like a different reality. So it was interesting, almost like watching a show, but you're the main character in it. I'm happy to be home in the town that I moved half a year ago almost. And yeah, grateful to feel calm and I don't know, happy. And I'm grateful to be here, and I'm excited for our meeting and discussion and everything that Esteban sent before. Looking forward to what Fidel has to share. So, complete.
So I'm going to be next. I'm really happy and grateful for, first of all, for the day of today. It's a really nice day, sunny day, and a lot of people surfing there. So I was not very happy, but well, I enjoy my session, my surfing session this morning. Now I'm really happy because I have some news for Sagrada Pelada in my opinion. So yeah, it's I'm gonna tell you guys later about these things. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay, great. Hi guys, Daniel, Svetlana, Fidel. I'm really happy to be here today. I'm really excited about this meeting because I have too much ideas about this Sagrada Pelada. Um, um, I know that the information I sent, it's only the beginning, but I don't know. I'm really happy, excited about focus or share that these ideas because I think this could be a different project to all that we see in I don't know Nosara, Tamarindo, anywhere, any place. Um, and I think that we can share all the ideas we have to start making this possible. I don't know. I imagine Sagrada Pelada like a different place. Like stay in a really green spot when you can do all your activities. But I don't know. I imagine like a jungle in a jungle. I don't concept. I don't know. Too much green, too much trees, vegetation, plants with natural materials, a really natural design line. So that's the beginning. Let me know what you think about that idea.
Thank you for sharing. Fidel, do you want to check in?
Yeah. Well, every time that we can use more natural things, it's going to be better for the project, better for the nature, better for the country. So if we can, ¿cómo se dice aprovechar? We can, bueno, puta, ahí se me fue.
I don't know. Take advantage, maybe.
Take advantage, exactly. Thank you. Take advantage of these kind of materials. Is going to be, I don't know, it's going to be more cheap, but actually it's going to be better according for nature, you know?
Yeah.
So yes.
All right. So I would like to propose before we get into the details of what the land will look like, I just want to kind of bring us back to, you know, remembering why we're here. Just like start with a little bit of a broad stroke of why we're here. Give us each a chance to share why we're here, so that we can sew and stitch our purposes together before we get into the details of the goals and the things we're building. Everything that you shared, Esteban, sounds amazing and on point. And yeah, so just to take a step back before we go forward, why am I here? I'm here because I thought about this question this morning. The first thing that came up was because I feel love for the project and I feel love for the people I'm working with. I feel love for the opportunity to impact Costa Rican infrastructure, like roads, energy, water. And last night also started to think about what Esteban had said around jungle inside of a jungle. And
Yeah.
like right now I'm in America, United States, and everything is so advanced. Everything is already built and there's buildings and structures everywhere. And I realized how cool it is that we get to start with nothing. And like we can be inside of that jungle and create a village inside of it, create a community inside of it. And how cool is that? That like we get to be a part of that. So I'm here because that excites me. And yeah, it feels like I'm here to be a part of projects like that with people like you. Complete. So whoever would like to go next, please share. Why are you here? Why did you show up today?
Good night. Okay, I'm here. I think I'm here because, like I said last time, I really like this project. I think that this could be a really different project than other projects you see in the area. And I think that I'm here because I trust in you guys and in this team of work. Um, and I think that we can do a really nice contribution for the people, for the nature. Could be a holistic project. Could involve too much part. I don't know how can I say it, but I think that we can impact too many people. We can impact people. We can impact like Fidel said, we can impact in a good way the country, the nature, people around us. So I'm here because I really trust in this project, and I believe this will be a really great project in the area. Complete.
Fidel, you want to go or you want me to go?
No,
You can go first,
I'm ready.
please.
Okay.
I'm here because this feels good. This conversation feels good. Seeing your faces feels good. What we're discussing feels good. I feel excited to be part of something different, special, great. And yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I want my daughter to be a part of it as well, so that's kind of exciting for me as well, for her to see where things will take me compared to where I was going before. So, excited about that. And this just feels like us hanging out together. You guys are interesting, fun, kind, loving people. So grateful to be here.
Okay, it's my turn. Well, I'm here because first of all, I love this team. Now that I meet and I know a little bit more Esteban, he's a really good guy. So first, because I feel good with this great team that we have. That's the main reason. And then the project has a big ideas, good ideas. The place is really good. Pelada is really good. It's really nice. So I believe that this project can have good things in future. It's just doing step by step, and then we are going to look fruits and profits. Yeah. So this is the main reason that I believe in this project, people and the main project. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds awesome. Thank you. I'm also just going to quickly pull this up. All right, so I'm going to jump into objectives. And after that, we can each talk about the work we did over the last week. How does that feel? All right.
Good. Yeah.
Cool. So just to remind of the process that we're going through, or the methodology, the venture design methodology, the way we're designing the company. Starting with the self, humanity. And because we all are in touch with ourselves and we build this relationship with ourselves, it allows us to go into community, to build relationships with each other, build relationships in Pelada, build relationships with the business owners, build relationships with the people that live there. From there, we can begin to put this prototype together. We'll put the prototype together as a foursome right now. And then I think it'll be a great idea to show it to some of the business owners, show it to some of the residents, get their buy-in, get their feedback, get their ideas, so that we can make the next version of the prototype and they'll see themselves in the prototype. Oh, I gave that idea. They put it in there. And then after that, use what we've created as a community, not just the four of us, but as the whole neighborhood. We've created this prototype and said, we want this in Pelada. We bring that to our investors, raise the money, start building. Any questions?
Nope.
Oh, great.
All right. So I wrote three basic objectives, basically like sometimes, for a project like this, we come together and no one's here to set goals for us or set the target for us. So it's important that we make sure to know, not just are we able to walk together, but we know we're all walking in the same direction. So the prototype I've listed, which is going to be this web page, this blueprint, this document that we put together that we talked about last time, and that is this. So we're going to build alignment on what this prototype looks like. Does this make sense? The prototype. Can each of us articulate what the prototype is in your own words? Svetlana, what's going to be the prototype?
A draft
Of what?
of our vision of how it's going to look like, what we need to make it happen in terms of time, funds, ideas, construction. I don't know about financial part. Is it in there yet, or is it the next step?
What do you think?
Like, I mean, the earlier we start working in it, the better. But I think we have to have a better understanding of what it looks like and what it's going to be like. Because right now we're kind of just exploring the idea. So it's hard to put a price on it.
Nice. So what I'm hearing is our vision, it's a draft of our vision, the process, our ideas, what the concept is going to be. And then you have a question about money. So Esteban, what do we need to do? What do we need to know in order to know how much it's going to cost to build this?
Okay. Okay. To know that, we need a lot of work first. Because, yeah, because to know what the Sagrada Pelada is gonna cost, we need to have the master plan ready. We need to have the design ready about the master plan. For example, the spaces, the stores, the bungalows, how many about the how many bungalows we are gonna build in that place. For example, we need to have the pool area, the social areas. Okay, we need to have at least the anti-project ready to define the total area of construction. With at least with that information and the material list or the material palette. I don't know if I can say that. The material palette of the project, the material chart. We can maybe put a price by square meter, and we can this way start to get numbers. For example, if I say that okay, we are gonna build with light structure, we are gonna build with wood. These are gonna be the finishes of the Sagrada Pelada spaces for the bungalows. Okay, the square meter is gonna cost I don't know, $800 by meter square meter. So with this information, we can start to see the price of the process of the building of the whole project. But first, to get that information about the starting code, starting price of the project, we need to define the master plan. We need to see, we need to have the design of the project, because other way, I think is too risky. There is a risk to put price on a project that we are not as we are not sure exactly what is gonna cost.
Yeah. So you mean that we need to know exactly the master plan, the design, in order to know exactly the square meter of construction price?
Yeah. I think if we, for example, if we have the master plan and the design of the spaces, with that information, we can put a price for the square meter of building. So we can start to make numbers. But I think that we need to have that information to stay sure that the numbers we are gonna have are good numbers.
Okay. Yes, I understand.
What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good. So if we know how much each, so it sounds like there's like if you have the whole project and then you know how much each square meter will cost, is there a way to connect that with the way we raise capital? Do we create shares based on the value of each square meter? And a share gives you 10 square meters, or it gives you like a section?
No.
Talk to me.
No, we don't need to do that, because if we increase the value of the company and the capital stock, people used to have low capital stock in order to pay low taxes, low everything. And for example, there is like a capital stock of 12,000 colones, but the project can have a price of 1,000,000 colones, you know? Yeah. $1,000,000, I mean.
All right, so it sounds like after we talk about, we need Svetlana's question about money was, how do we know we can, when can we put the money, the financial piece into the prototype? The answer has been, we need the master plan, the design of all the spaces, materials list, the palette that we're using for the design. So there's a bunch of things that we need to do first. So
Yeah, that's talking about just construction, but we need to know that we need to purchase the properties, you know, or not.
Do you mean purchase the property before we do the master plan?
No, 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 no. No, no, just to know that there we need to add the purchase flat, the purchase price to the budget.
Ah.
Just to know.
That's a starting point, yeah.
So did you get information, Svetlana, from that?
About,
Your question about when?
oh, yes.
What needs to be done in order to add the financial piece to the prototype?
Yeah.
So let's put this into project management, right? We're pulling out what are the tasks that need to be completed in order to reach the objective of having the prototype. And
Yeah, okay.
I wonder if it's possible for us to do the first draft of the prototype without the financial piece. And we get as far as we can with the pieces that we have created. So like version 1 of the prototype will have, what do you think the version 1 of the prototype can have? Master plan? What's the order of those things that you just said, Esteban? Do you do the palette first? Then you do can you talk us through the order? What do you do if you want to get the price? What's the order of that?
Okay. Always, I'm working with structure. Let me give me 1 minute. I'm having a call. Give me 1 minute, please.
You got it.
Hello. Okay, ya. Can you listen to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, for example, when I start to design the project, I will start with the master plan, because with the master plan, we are going to see what we are going to build, how many units we are going to build, how many, like I said before, how many stores we are going to have in the front of the space, parking lots, tracks, social areas, pool. Could be not 100% complete design, but at least the measure of or size of the spaces in general, because with that information, we are going to have for example, the final number of building area, right? So if we said, okay, we have 2,000 meters. Okay, we are gonna build, I don't know, 500 meters. and the price of build these 500 meters, it's gonna be, I don't know, $800 by square meter in general. So that way we can start to have numbers about the building price of that project. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we okay. Maybe we don't have to have the blueprints of the bungalow, the blueprints of the pool, blueprints of the social areas, stores, and other stuff. But we need to have at least the general idea of how many meters we are going to build in the space and to start making numbers. I think that is that with that information, we kind of start to make numbers about the total square meters of building and about price. Because I think that we are going to use the same language to all projects, so that it's gonna it's not gonna be a difficult to define that because all the projects gonna have the same language and the same materials. But at least I think we need to have the general idea of the
master plan.
the size. Yeah, the size of the areas we are gonna build.
Perfect. So I'm asking questions and going deeper because Svetlana has created a project management document, and I want us to, like you said, we're going to use this process more. So in order to get what you just said, that means Svetlana, in order to do the master plan, one of the things we need is Fidel to tell us how much of the land are we allowed to build on. That goes for this project and it goes for another project. So that's like a, that's a dependency that needs to be completed
Always,
for the master plan. Go ahead.
yeah, we need to request. Well, I already talked with a friend of mine. She works in the municipalidad in Nicoya, and she's going to help us in order to request, first of all, well, to know if all the properties are up to date with municipality with taxes. This is the first thing that we need to know, because I'm going to proceed to request all the 7 land use of the properties. So first, I think that, I don't know, maybe Esteban that lives there and maybe have a lot another projects in Nosara. I don't know if in Nosara there is a plan regulador. If there is no a plan regulador, we can build in a 25% of the property. There is 7 properties.
Okay.
If we buy the 7 properties, we can, it's just an opinion, we can reunite the 7 properties. At least we are going to take all the measures of the 7 properties plus the seven properties, and then we can use the 25% of the side of the properties. That's the law. I understand that in Nosara, anybody goes with the law. I know there is a lot of projects that, for example, the side of the property is like a 100, and they built in the whole property. It's super common.
Okay.
But usually it's a 25% of the property.
And we'll find out for sure soon, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And just a question, if you build up on 20, does it
Yes.
matter? I think the real estate agent said that you can build 3 stories up on that land.
Yeah, I think that we can build 3 floors. I'm not sure, but I think that we can build 3 floors. Yeah.
And we'll know for sure, right? You're gonna get some kind of paperwork or something that tells us exactly what the land is registered as.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. How are we doing? Svetlana, are you able to help put this in the spreadsheet? Some of these
Yeah.
items that we were talking about? Okay.
Yeah, I'm writing it down. Esteban, you had a question? You raised your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, I already draw the whole 7 properties.
Mhm.
There, if we, okay, the whole 7 properties, it's about 2,800 square meters. 2,800.
Yeah.
Mhm.
2,800. Yeah.
2,800. The 25%, it's about 700 meters.
Well, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
With that 25%, in the, okay, with that 25% is correct, we can build in the first floor 700 square meters. And we can build 2 stories and then maybe 3 stories. So the building area it's I think it's great.
What's the total square meters? Can you repeat that?
700.
2,000,
Oh,
2,800,
180. Yeah.
2,800.
Okay.
Exactly.
And
Fidel,
go ahead.
Fidel, is there a way to change that ever for the land? Is there a way to apply? Not that we need to do it, but I'm curious if that can be changed.
No, it's a law. We
It's a law.
cannot change the law.
So how others are building on the whole property with no
They
limitation?
probably get, yeah. Usually people pay fines at the end.
No, we don't want to do that.
What's the fine? What's the fine?
It's like always it's not too much. Yeah, that's the main reason that why people used to break the law. Because at the end the fine is nothing.
So do you pay the fine every year?
Playing from MacBook.
No, just one time.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, okay. For example, if you build with any permit, with no permit,
Yeah.
you have to pay, for example, 1% of the total of the project to get the permit. If you build without the permit, you have to pay 1% extra. That's about
It's nothing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we do
that's the main
know.
reason that. Yeah, you know why, guys? You know what, guys? If you go around Nosara, there's a lot of buildings, constructions, and you can ask for the permits, and a lot of buildings, constructions are doing without permits. It's crazy. It's a lot.
Question.
There is a. Yeah, tell me.
So if in order to get the permit, they'll see the project has to be under 25% or whatever that is, right? You can't show them something that has a 50% build blueprint and then get permits because you've broken the law in the planning. Is that right?
Exactly.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
But if we can build, for example, 2 stories, we are gonna build more than 700 at final. If we use all the 700 of the first floor and use 2 stories, we are gonna build more than 700. So could be a good size of buildings. We
Mhm.
can check first about what can we do with 700 meters, and after that we
Yeah.
can decide. Okay, we can do 2 stories, 3 stories.
You know what?
Uh,
We can start working with the law. At the end, if we need to add something, we need to build something else. Just yeah, we can do it.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
What if there's a space that we create that is for the public? Like if we want to create a section of it that is a community space that's open to the public, can that piece of land be registered in a different way?
In what do you mean? For example, for what?
Let's say we make a community pool or a community area
Yeah.
for the community to come into.
Yeah.
Is that can we register that land as something different, like a reserve or?
Nope.
Okay, so any type of
Yeah.
construction, anything that we build, anything that's going into the ground, or altering is considered a build. Like what, how do we, yeah, is there anything that we can create that isn't gonna be part of the 25%? Like if there's nature spaces that we've created for people to sit outside, we put benches, tables, does that count as the 25%?
Mm, well, that's a good question. I don't know if Manfred can knows.
Esteban,
Esteban, sorry.
Okay,
I was I just switched my mind.
no problem.
Sorry.
The 25%, it's the area that we can build. We have to keep 700% of the green space. That's what the law says, right?
okay, cool.
So no
Okay,
structure,
yeah, with no structures of any type.
but it can be like a garden with some
Yeah,
benches.
it
Yeah,
can be like a
exactly.
garden.
Yeah, exactly. A garden, we can put tracks, we can put maybe, I don't know, fire pits in that area with no constructions, with green around that, trees. We can do too many things in that space, but we cannot build a bungalow or a house or a pool. Huh? But we can, but this 75% is gonna be part of the project, and it could be I don't know, a little piece of jungle, a little green spot when you can go, you can rest on there, you can have a fire pit. I don't know, many ideas we can do in that space. Only that we have to keep is it's the green, for example.
All right. That sounds good. So let's wrap the conversation on the prototype for now. And I think we'll end up talking more about it as we move on. Anything else? Anybody want to say anything else about the prototype?
I'm good.
The next things I listed were list of investors and a pitch deck. We don't need to spend any time on that right now. The only thing I would say is start to make a list of the people that you think you would want to approach for this. We'll also be doing some targeted ads. And when we get down to that, we'll have more of a strategy of like, what does the sequence of communication look like for those people? What are we showing to them? But first, let's focus on the 4 of us getting as far as we can, creating the prototype, showing it to the community, getting their feedback. And then after we get buy-in from the community, we can approach people. So let's use the rest of the time to talk about anything that we haven't already covered, to talk about the work that you have prepared. And maybe Esteban, you could share your screen. Do you have those drawings on your computer? All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
Okay. Share my screen.
Sure.
Okay, right. Let me put
I
that.
think that I'm like I'm kind of frozen. Oh, now, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a fast review I made about the environment we have around us. Okay, this is the position of the lot. This is the north. We have the sea in this part of the lot. The sun comes from this point and make that turn onto that spot in the sea. So this is the some trajectory. I don't know how to say it.
Mhm.
It's the same for the wind. The wind comes from the northeast and goes to the southwest. Thanks. That way. And okay, in this moment, we have too many trees around us with the satellite view. Do you know? No. Can you see it, Google Earth? No.
Right now we just see
No.
the drawing.
Okay. Well, no problem. Okay. All this green around us is trees, is vegetation, but we cannot count with that because we don't know in what moment people is gonna build and cut all the trees and other stuff. So one of the vision of the concept we need, I think we need to have is preserve the green spot, our spot, like a little green spot to start, because if the people around us cut all the trees, at least we know that we are going to have a really, really fresh and green spot to the project, right? With the design, with the bungalow, with the pool, etc. Okay, this is a start. I drew this because thinking about what we can start to do. For example, in Costa Rica, there is a law to say that we cannot build in the first 2 meters of the property. So we can take advantage of that to put the parking lots here, because anyway, we cannot build nothing. So I think it's better for the project that people have the cars in this spot that come here with the cars in all the projects. I think that it's going to be like this. It's gonna be in the more quiet project. I don't know, a more private project with no cars in this area. So anyway, we cannot build in that area. So we can take advantage of that and put the cars in this way. Many after that we can have the green line or trees or plants or anyway, like the Daniel idea to separate that areas and start with this yellow spot that I think can be the coffee shop, the stores, and I don't know, because the people so the people uh, before to enter to get in the project can pass and can, I don't know, have any coffee, any snack, I don't know. And after that, we can
Hmm.
get in that mess. Now it's a mess, but only I want to express with that, bro. It's about what can we have. Um, there is no the location for nothing, but only are an ideas. Yeah. Okay. So I think I imagine this project like a little, a really green spot in what you are walking in through the so many plants, so many trees. You you're walking around this track and you find the bungalows, find the social areas, find the pool, all around it by nature. You can do a yoga deck with I don't know, a tree in the middle of the yoga deck. No, I don't know. People can hug the tree and there is a therapy. I don't know. Only ideas, but I think that the main concept of the project could be to keep the green part of the lot and build around all these all these trees, all these plants. Our project, 2 stories, 3 stories, I don't know, living area. I don't know, like they said, could be a trash. It's not gonna be the way or the shape of that trash. That only drawing, but we can create a track who is going through all the project around the spaces, and you can get in all the projects, and you can go out and you can pass for all the spots we have. You can decide, okay, I want to stay in the place, I want to stay in the pool, I want to stay in the yoga deck. So could be an interesting way to make the people come around all the projects. For example, in particular for me, I love the green spot. Are you okay? Can you see the pictures? No.
Right now, all we see is the drawing with the swirls. You can
Okay.
share a different one of your different screens or minimize the Autodesk.
Okay. Okay, let me
Zoom will let you share your entire screen, or it'll ask you to just share one window. It looks like you've shared the one window for now.
okay, yeah.
I also have a question.
Let me share again. Yeah, sure. Tell me.
And how it's been 1 hour. How is everyone doing on time?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So if the bungalows, if we are to plant large trees, can we put the bungalows in the tree to make a tree house to save the 25% square meters?
Literally my note.
Can we do tree house to save square meters?
Okay, we can do it, but let me share first. Let me share first that. Okay. Are you seeing the pictures right now?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, great. For the question, okay, we can build like 3 bungalows, 3 houses, could be part of the project. I imagine more the could be a 2-story bungalow around the trees, with trees around it, with vegetation around. So you can put in the first floor of the bungalow, I don't know, a social area, a little social area. You can go up by the stairs, and in the second level, you are going to have the bedroom. And you open the windows, and the first you see it's vegetation all around the bungalow. I don't know. You can touch the tree. You can touch the. I don't know. But the bungalow always is gonna be part of the building
Area.
area. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I was looking about concepts, ideas, general ideas, and I found these pictures, a good pictures. I really like that because in the project, I'm involved. I am always trying to put trees and vegetation plants as many I can. I think if we create a concept in which we can, I don't know, sit in the spot around the nature and trees, can make a really different spot that than we are coming to see in all projects we have. Always, I don't know, always we are visiting a project. We have the bedroom, we have the bathroom, and we have the pool. In the floor, we only have the, I don't know, a white stone or something like that. But I think we can do a different concept, or manage a green concept for this project, in which we can do really cool stuff with no necessity to have really big structures or really or a big use of too many materials. I think with basic concepts and basic ideas, we can do with less materials, cool stuff for the people who is gonna visit the project. With natural materials, for example, this is only metal tubes and bamboo, and looks great. I think only with that lights and plants, we can have a really good spot. This is the same. The shape. I think it's great. Looks great for me, particular. But if you see, there is only a track with with not too much materials use it in that design. Only metal and caña brava or bamboo or piece of wood, and in that way you can use natural materials to make really nice spaces. That is I'm start to see ideas, and after that see what you think, because there is too important that you guys say that you like for the project. If you like green, no, I don't like green. I want to all build it. I don't know, but it could be a first brainstorm for the project.
Can I share? When
Yeah,
I
sure.
when I saw your drawing, it was completely different from what we imagined, and it was just so much better because ours was very like structured and square, and I don't know, felt limited. And then you just came in, and it was very unexpected, and I was blown away. So I love all the ideas, and then when you put pictures in there, it's just the design and the ring and the materials. I loved it.
Okay, great, great. Glad to see you. To hear that.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's incredible. The things that are important to me are again, and these the things I'm going to share came from you, Esteban. Jungle inside of a jungle. You said I heard from you also how we can match the palette of the neighborhood. And what a brilliant idea that is, to take the design of Pelada as the inspiration for what materials are used, like what is in the neighborhood, what does it already look like? When people come and see this space, when they feel the space, I want it to feel familiar, like, oh, this is Pelada. And that works, like we've been saying, at any community we go to, in Nasara, in Pelada, in San Juanillo, Tamarindo. They all have their own design naturally. So what's important to me is that we match that design, and people, regardless of what community they go to, they come because the feeling that they get when they're inside the space. So everything that you've put together looks amazing. I would say keep going. And I'm curious, like what would the next step be from here for your process?
Okay. Fidel, let us know what you think about that.
Everything
About
for
the
me is,
drawing.
well, I don't have a lot of knowledge of these kind of things, so you are talking to me like in Chinese. I'm more like a legal things,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm surprised as well. Yeah, it looked like you work a lot this last week. Yeah.
Fidel,
I
would
know.
you want to hang out there? Would you come and hang
Yeah.
out in the spot like that? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
There is too important for me to keep the use of the local materials like bamboo, like raba, like wood, like the concrete in the natural way, the stone. With that materials, I think we can do great project all around my plants and the stuff. We can start, okay, for the next step, Daniel. It's gonna be, okay, if we can get for example, the information from Fidel about the land use, maybe not the paper, maybe not the signed paper of the land use, but I don't know, Fidel, if you can ask maybe with your body in the municipalidad that at least say, okay, in that lot you can build 25%. With that information,
Okay,
I can start.
You are talking about the percent of construction.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you can,
I'm going to, yeah.
yeah, if you can ask that, never mind if we don't have the papers yet of the land use, but at least if you can ask with your body about the total of construction, I can start to define the size of the project, and we can maybe start to check, okay, these are gonna this is gonna be the total area of construction. So we can have a pool with the size. We can make this parking lot. We can have local stores from with this size, and after that we can make I don't know 10, 15 bungalows with I don't know 50 square meters. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
if we can get that information,
Information.
yeah,
Okay.
we can start to define a really really quickly the size of the project and the master plan it's gonna be.
Okay. Okay, I got it. So for me, I'm going to find out this information. I already find, well, I already double check the properties. They are all clean. I mean, there's no any mortgage or annotations or any other issue. So I think that the first view of the properties are good. So I'm going to request this information from my body in the municipalidad, and I'm going to have this info for next Friday.
Okay, that's great. I think that's great. I can
Yes.
continue checking about ideas. If you have ideas of what you like, you can please share in the WhatsApp group to take that ideas and start to put it in the master plan, in the project, in the brainstorm ideas for the material, for the spots. I don't know.
All right, so what I'm hearing is with the percentage of construction, you'll be able to do a first draft of the master plan.
Exactly.
Okay, and then so that means you're on standby until then. Like you don't, there's nothing for you to do until we have that detail. Is that right?
If I find information before next Friday, I'm going to share at the chat.
Okay.
So we don't need to wait next Friday. Yeah.
But but just so I'm clear though, technically your process, Esteban, will wait until we have that detail. And once you get that detail, you'll go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to start to making to make the draft of the master plan, taking the 25% as as a limit. I'm going to start to work with that information, but if Fidel find that information to us in the next week, okay, make me I need to update master plan. That it's not a big deal. So I'm going to start to check about areas, about the a nice area for the pool, and then the area for the parking lot. What would be a nice area for example for the local? Okay, we can have I don't know 3 locals or I don't know 40 meters, 40 square meters. I don't know. I'm going to start with that, base it in the 25%. But as soon as possible, as soon we have the information, so we can rest or add areas for the project.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with the draft.
Awesome. Appreciate you. And thank you, Fidel, for helping with the land use. I'm curious if we have any more information on foundations. Fidel, did we get any more?
Not yet, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do we dig deeper into that? How can I support that process?
What do you want exactly about foundation? To create it now?
All right, so it sounds like we're not on the same page if we don't know what we're looking for around the foundation. I think what we were wondering is, so I don't know what we need to create right now. The strategy, the legal strategy of whether or not a foundation is involved came up in the last call, and we're trying to understand, like, if can we collect global funding into a foundation, a Costa Rican foundation, and then
That's a thing. That's a thing that we need to ask Vale. I told you guys before. Yeah.
okay.
I told you guys last Friday, because that's a thing that I don't know exactly how it works. It's about, yeah, funds.
So, Fidel, do you think we should invite her to one of these calls, or do we talk to her privately?
But when I mean foundation is when you talk about bring money to the foundation. Yeah.
Yeah, for example, I was involved with a foundation a few years ago, Costa Rican foundation, and we were running some projects, and we wanted to collect global donors, global donations, like global money, global funding that went to the foundation. That was, what's the word, Svetlana?
Tax deductible.
Deductible, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for the people that are giving the money.
How did they call? Deductible.
Tax deductible. Yeah, so they can write it off as an expense, as a donation.
Okay.
So it's beneficial for them to contribute into foundation because it lowers their income taxes and things like that.
And the strategy behind, is it an LLC, S corp, the foundation, like we want to know what is the best way to approach that. So I know you'd be a part of that process once we know the strategy, but it also sounds like you think we should talk to Valet about that.
Well, to talk to Vale is just to know how to bring money to the funds. But legally talking, well, I know that the property needs to be purchased by an S corp. That's thing that all of us know. It can be an LLC because this is going to be a big project. Maybe we are going to sell shares, different kind of shares. So the legal structure to purchase and to build this project is by an S corp.
Okay. The other thing
Yes.
that I was attracted to with the foundation piece was the project I was involved with. The foundation was owned by the Costa Rican government as well. So it was co-owned by the Costa Rican government, because the work that we're doing is designed to impact Costa Rica. It's designed to impact the communities, the people, the energy, the water, the infrastructure, the roads. So yeah, it's important to me that Costa Rica is involved in that kind of project. So do you think we should invite Valet to a call, or should I try to reach out to her individually? Do you want to reach out to her? What do you recommend?
We can have a call with her. I mean, I'm going to study more about the foundation. Last week, I know how to create it. I mean, but honestly, I don't know how to manage a foundation. This is going to be my first time working with a foundation. To create this is not a big deal. It's a public deed. I already know with kind of requirements that we need to present. But then once we have it, we need to know how to manage.
Yeah. So I have a lawyer friend who founded the other one. I'm wondering if maybe I can connect him with you. Maybe you guys.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah, if he has experience working with foundations,
Yeah.
and he can help us, yeah, sure.
All right. And it sounds like maybe the foundation is going to be separate. It's going to be a different entity than the
Yeah.
company that buys this property.
Exactly. We are
Right.
going to build and to develop this project with an S corp, but we are going to have like an umbrella
Yeah.
with a foundation that the foundation is going to send money to the S corp.
Boom. Yeah. All right, good. So I'll connect with my friend, ask if he's good with me connecting the two of you. You guys can talk about it. And then by
Sure.
and I want to work with you in the project. Like, I don't want to bring in another law firm if we don't have to. So I'll just let you guys talk, and then
If you want, I can. Well, if you want, I can talk with him, or yeah, I can talk with him, or I can find out with another colleague of mine that maybe he can give me some advices.
Okay. It sounds like
just to manage, because
okay.
It's totally different for me. Yeah, as I told you before, to create is like it's an easy way. It's like similar to create a company, just similar, not the same, but it's not a big deal to create it. Yeah, just we need to know how to manage then.
Perfect. So it sounds like you know how to create it, and then we might want some support on the management. And we just, I feel good about the strategy of, we have a for-profit entity that will purchase the land. Sounds like you want that to be corp, so that we have more flexibility with shares and the way the property is managed.
Exactly.
And then there's a separate entity that we're going to form for the foundation that acts as, has some umbrella features to it. And I'd really like to figure out how to get in touch with the president, the president of Costa Rica, or someone from their team. Because we want Costa Rica to be invested in what we're doing. We want them to be an owner and a part of the foundation. So that's, I don't know how they did it. I
I'm
don't know
going
how my
to
friend
be
did that.
totally.
So they did that.
Okay, I'm going to
They've
be
already done
like
that.
honest with this. When you try to invite the government to be part of a deal, is really hard. It's really hard because we have a law here in Costa Rica that we call in Spanish is contratación pública, and in English is public contractors, or yeah. So that means that this kind of law, what they want is like avoid corruption, you know. So at the moment that we are going to invite the government, the field is going to be totally different and hard to manage. So in my opinion, if we can keep the government out of the deal, is better. It's totally better. Manfred, I don't know if you have some experience like doing puta, sigo con Manfred. Esteban, doing some public contractions, contratación pública. I don't know if you sometimes build something for some institution. Is total hard, is difficult, is they pay late. It's not a big idea to invite the government, and hard to do it. It's really hard. Honestly.
In Costa Rica, work with the government is a mess. It's a really mess. Yeah, I told you guys, Costa Rica is really difficult to get involved with the government in a project like this.
We want to keep the government away. I mean, it's like a, yeah.
So
because
go ahead.
At the end, if we try to invite them, they are going to make us a deep study of all of us, of the company. We need to be up to date with everything. We need to be subscribed at the Caja. We need to be subscribed at the everything. We need to be everything. All right,
I got you. So number one, we need to be existing in a way that it doesn't matter who looks at us. So if there's things that we're going to need to do, regardless of the government being involved, we need to have all of our shit together no matter what. That's how I want to run this organization. I don't want to
Okay.
have loose ends. I want everything tight, regardless of who's involved or not. That's the first thing. Second thing is I hear what both of you are saying and I respect that. So perhaps it would be, maybe there's another way of being able to provide support by finding organizations in Costa Rica that we can give to.
Yeah, it's even better if we try to find some support from ONGs.
I want to give to them. I don't want their support. I want to support them. I want to support Costa
Okay.
Rica.
Okay,
So
okay.
Find organizations that are being
Well, it's going to
that are
be
doing good work. Schools.
private support, Daniel.
Yeah.
Private support, yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, so that's helpful.
Actually, it's better. It's more easy, more fast, better. The
Sounds like
government
the
doesn't
first
have
step.
money. Government doesn't have money to fix roads, and they are not going to give us support.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's a good example. There, like if there's a road that needs to be paved, like I want to be able to do that. And we don't need to do that. You're saying we don't need to do that with the government. We can do that on our own.
We can work with the government, not invited. I mean, if we want to create something between them and us, we can do it. I mean, we can go and talk with them and try to do it. But that's totally different to be part of the project, to be part of the company, to be part of us.
So if there's a road that we want to pave, can we get our own trucks, get our own cement and like pave that road ourselves? Or do we need to get?
Yeah, we can do it. For example, now the NCA in Nosara already make the first public road in the main street from Café Paris to the beach.
Yeah.
So this is an example that we can do it.
I see. Okay.
It's between NCA and Municipalidad.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's helpful. So you're gonna so take a step back from the government conversation. Where we just were was it'll be an S corp most likely that buys the property in Pelada.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the foundation, the separate entity, and maybe we take that foundation off of this call. We don't talk about that in the call anymore
Okay.
because it's going to be a separate project. And for now,
Okay.
we'll assume that it's an S corp that's buying this. And when it comes time to do the foundation, we'll have separate meetings for that.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Does that sound like the right idea?
Yes, of course. There are totally two different things.
And then I think we're about at the end here. Any other, Svetlana, do you want to talk about the spreadsheet?
It's in the right email now. If you want to
So-
share it.
I don't have my email, so you'll have to share your screen on your computer.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, me too.
I can send the updated one after this phone call.
Why don't you share? Does everyone have Gmail? Does
Me?
everyone have-
But
Yeah.
I cannot share my screen because I'm from my phone.
Well, my idea is that Svetlana can share the spreadsheet with everybody individually, so that we
Oh
all
yeah, sure.
have a copy of it.
Why you guys don't send it to the chat?
Yeah, that's perfect. Do you want to post the link in the chat, Svetlana?
Yep, I'll do that.
In the Zoom or WhatsApp chat? Is that or the Zoom chat? Maybe the WhatsApp chat. So
In the WhatsApp chat, please.
yeah.
It is possible.
Okay, but I'll do it after the call, right? I actually
Yes,
do have
okay.
to go
No worries, no worries.
pick up Sophia from school.
Okay, okie dokie.
All right, everyone. Next steps we've written down, and for my next step, I'm gonna create 2 or 3 versions of what the prototype will be and the tasks that need to be completed for each of the prototypes.
Okay.
And I'll share it in the chat so that you can see, and I'll talk through it with maybe an audio note or something. And Svetlana, we can chat about next steps on your side and
Yeah.
after this call so that you can go and pick up your daughter. All right, everyone. I'll see you next Friday and I'll see you in the chat
Okay.
in the meantime.
Maybe, yeah, we need to keep